Hello, my first graders. So today I'm here to talk to you about U blank E words. Okay, so we have done A blank E, I blank E, O blank E, right? Where we have an E in the word. Okay, we have a vowel separated by one letter and an E, then an E. And we've said this E makes the vowel say its name. So when we had A, it was like we'd hear A, right? When the vowel says its name, it says its name. Like A is A, O is O. So today we are going to look at words with U. So use one of our vowels, right? U usually says like we have a belly ache. So, but when there's an E here, it changes the sound of the vowel. So when we have the E, the U a lot of times is going to say its name, okay? So it'll say you. Now, with U blank E words, there's also, sometimes it doesn't always make a direct U sound. Sometimes it sounds a little different. So let's start off with just the U saying you. So let's take a look at some common U vowel words. So we have here, look, E at the end, separated, right? U blank E, separated by one letter, right? That one letter. So this E is going to go over to the U and make it say its name. So we have use, 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 right? Like I can use my pencil. Look at this one. Here's our E. Okay, the E goes over to the U. The U says its name, right? Separated by this one letter. Cube, cube, cube. Like a kind of like a square, Rubik's cube, or a nice cube. Right, look at this one, right? And like we've talked about before, when we're trying a word that we don't know, we always want to take our eyes, scan through the word, see what do we know about in the word? Do we see an E in the word? Right? So this E tells this U to say its name. Look, separated by one letter. Okay? So mule, mule, mule. So a mule is kind of like a donkey. Okay, looks almost the same as a donkey. Mule. Look at this one all the way through. Here's an E. I'm just going to tell that U to say its name. Mute, mute, mute. You guys know how to mute because we've been doing it on Google Classroom, right? Mute yourself or unmute yourself, right? On the computer. Very good. So in all these words, the U is saying its name. It's saying you. And the E, right? The E, just like we've talked about with the other vowels, the E, that's the end of its job. We don't hear it. It doesn't say anything. It's not use, no. It's just use. The E, right? Once it does its job, it's done. All right. Now, remember I said the E makes the U say its name. We hear the U. In some of these words, as you can see, there is the E at the end. The U doesn't always sound just like a U, okay? Sometimes it has sort of a different sound, and I'm going to show you that. Look at this word. When I'm sounding that out, tube, 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 tube. This word is tube. When you hear the U, right? When you hear it, you can kind of hear the word tube. It's just not pronounced. When we say use, you hear the U very loud and clear. In the word tube, you almost hear it almost makes an oo sound, doesn't it? Tube, right? So sometimes when you have this E, it doesn't always sound exactly like a U, okay? It kind of has an ooh sound, okay? Oob, tube, right? It's not tube, tube, tube. It's more of a tube. Now, if you make the U sound, it kind of helps you figure out what the word is, but I want you to be aware that sometimes it does have more of an ooh sound. Tube, tube. Okay, same thing with this. Here's the E. If I was to make the U sound, yoon, tune, doesn't really work as well. This has more of an oo sound. Toon, tune. Okay, look at this one. There it is. Same thing. Yud, yud. Doesn't sound right, does it? So it has more of an oo sound. Ood, rude. Okay, rude like nasty. Rude. Same thing. Look, this has a capital letter because it's the name of a month. You ready? There we go. Instead of June, June. Kind of works, but it still has more of an oo sound, doesn't it? June, June. Okay, so sometimes it has more of an oo sound. And we hear that like in the word blue. Remember soup when we did the EW, the OO, OU. Actually, you guys, some of these words have the oo sound. Well, the U blank E, sometimes it makes a predominant U sound, which means we really hear the U, but sometimes it has more of an oo sound. And you've seen that a lot with EW. You've heard me say EW says oo. So tube, tube. Okay, try it with the long U. Try it where the U says U. Okay, but if it doesn't sound exactly right, think of it. Try it with more of an oo sound. Okay, ooh, like someone gives you something yucky and you go ooh. I feel like our face makes that face when we're doing the ooh sound too. Okay, tube, tune, ood, rude, June. Okay, but then sometimes the U really says its name and you can hear it. So it's always good to try it with both sounds, okay? With either the U sound or the oo sound. All right, boys and girls, we're going to do some practice with long U.